It doesn't need to be squished down hard either. So now you can start putting your things in, and you're gonna wanna put them in these rows. Okay? All right, so we decided to attempt to make sushi about midway through our food and culture unit. So the students had been learning about different cultures, different flavors, different ways to make foods from around the world. And I wanted to open up an opportunity for them to use completely different equipment than is normally used in cooking here in Canada. Here you go. And you're just going to scoop it out.
That's it.
Did you need a spoon for anything? For the mango scooping, or you think you're good? You did a fantastic job with your very thin cuts. We also were able to partner with the Upper Canada District School Board, and we were able to receive sushi rolling kits. So we set all the equipment up. The students watched some informational videos. We made some plans. They looked through some recipes. For us, the class is very hands-on as it is, but it was a really fantastic way for the students to showcase their own individual interests. We used different types of vegetables and fruit, but we also, they got to choose the combinations. They were able to pick things like soy sauce or pickled ginger to add to the flavor profile. And you just need kind of a little more here, and then maybe try to straighten up your lines a bit, but you do want to leave. And you want to go right to the edges on the sides, but not on the top and bottom. Okay, so now it's time to choose what you're going to put in. But for the small rolls, you don't want too much. So either do a couple of ingredients or just a very thin amount of each. While we were doing it, my biggest concern was that students were going to either struggle with the rolling because it's such a different type of technique. And they surprised me all the way around. So at the beginning, they practiced all of their chopping techniques and their proper knife use. But then as we got using the rolling mats, they figured out the exact ratio of rice to additional ingredients like vegetables or fruit. And at the end, the students, every time they made that roll and it was successful, I could see that success on their face and they were so proud. And I had one student in particular, she rolled and she knew, oh, I filled it too full. And then the next roll, I didn't fill it enough. And so she went in between and she found the perfect ratio. For me, as an educator, that was exactly what I was hoping for. And I would absolutely suggest to anybody who's interested to try to make their own sushi at home. Start with something easy and basic like vegetarian sushi. And you'll never know what you're able to do, because some of the students were very intimidated by the process at first. And at the end, they were incredibly proud of their achievements.
So why shouldn't you eat the skin of a mango?
It's very tough.
Very tough.
Like more so than an apple. You can go for a while.
So it's just kind of annoying to me, not necessarily bad. I'm assuming it has a lot of fiber though.
What do you think is worse? That's tough to do with mango.
I have half thin cuts for everything, half not.
That's good though, and your carrots are really thinly chopped, so those will be the toughest to chew.
Yeah.
So that's the most important to have the thinnest. All right, so first time having avocado. What was the most surprising thing?
Cutting it.
Why?
I never cut it, plus it's like too good.
Yeah, so you expected like straight through is going to be tough, and then through the peel it's buttery, right?
Yeah.
What's the hardest part about getting it out of the peel?
The pit.
Yeah, so you had a hard time getting the pit out. How did you actually do it?
You can just like knock it with the knife or just scoop it with the spoon.
Good job. So you found two different ways to get your pit out.
Yeah.
Well done, Becky. Very well done. So the mango, have you ever cut a mango before? No. So this is going to be a new experience. Yeah, make your lines line up. And then kind of cut wedges. So then turn it just slightly.
Oh, okay.
And now cut like straight through. Okay?
We have to cut the things really thin, and that is hard because sometimes you don't want to cut your fingers. So you can't really hold it in place, because if you do, there's a chance of chopping your finger. And I also learned how to cut an avocado, and then gonna learn how to take the pit out and just kind of how to put it in the sushi. So far I've only done the chopping, and it's been pretty difficult since, again, you have to cut it thinly. So I've just been trying not to hurt myself while doing that.
It's like a foundation of all other cuisines that I would like to one day like go around the world and research them. And yeah, it is giving me a big more of a bigger interest of all cuisines around the world. Like French cuisine, and Italian. I would like to learn all recipes that include like family and that you can do to treat people well and to like make them feel better, and just a different way of cooking, and to like use other spices and just having fun in the kitchen.
Go all the way across the seam. Then open it back up and it should tear.
Everything.
Okay, and now you want to unroll just the mat. You want to unroll it this way. So it rolled, but just too much rice. So you kind of have open sushi, which is totally fine. On your cutting board, you're going to cut your sushi roll. You're going to put it in there. When you do the next one, less rice. Okay? It is. So it took me 2 hours to prep this stuff for the sushi kits. For the ones I sent home. And I didn't even chop the mango or the cucumber as tiny. Okay.
Because that's the part you want to be showing.
So you're about to make a big roll like what Dua has in her dish. Or do you want to make the bite-sized ones? Totally up to you.
I think I want to make the bite.
The bite, so that you're going to fold your paper in half the other way. Okay, so this one was much better, but just a little bit too much stuff. So you're getting the right, we're heading in the right direction. So why don't you do the same? So you're going to use your cutting board and cut it up, put it here. Then let's do one more of the small, like the half, or you can do 2 more. But we're going to do even less. We're going to see if we can get the right consistency. Okay?
Yeah, because I'm almost there. That's the first, that's the second.
Yeah, you're getting there. It's improvement. Yeah. And re-roll it. So then that way, yep, just like that. And then do the other side the same way. You might want to even bring it closer to the edge. Exactly like that. But you want to cut down, fold this side, and you just maybe use the tip of it to score your seaweed. Inside easier. Then when you get to the seaweed wrap, really hard on your cutting board and pull toward you in one motion. Did it cut? Oh, there you go. That is a perfect cut. Look at that.
I did it.
I'm very impressed, Summer. So then try to cut each roll one at a time, but you're going to try to cut them in. Then using one of these spoons, because no one's used them, you can spoon out some ginger, put it on the side, and you can either put it on top of your bite, or you can eat it in between bites. You want the big roll first?
No, small one, but I don't know which one.
Fold it this way.
Yeah, this entire class has inspired me to learn more about all the different like food and culture around the world, and Japanese food especially has always interested me because of all the different types of food they have, and just like sushi, for example. I never knew how many different types of sushi there were until this
Do you want
class.
like a little? So you're back too far on your chopsticks. So about about halfway up your chopsticks. Your bottom one goes between the knuckle of your thumb and the pinch.
The piece that I had, the fruit came out, but
Absolutely. Can you just sign up here for me, please? Well done, Jay. You're not eating the liquid, like you're not gonna in a spoon eat the liquid, so it's a little bit easier. Or do you want to make another roll? It's up to you.
Difficult part is rolling, and my favorite part is cutting mango. It's my favorite part.